the Hindi discourses from the series मैं मृत्यु सिखाता हूँ, which literally means I teach death. When Osho was in USA and this book got translated and we tried to get it published, it was impossible. No publisher was ready to publish this book, I Teach Death. They said, who will buy it? People want to live, they don't want to die. So finally, the question was put to Osho, a request that please change the name, the title of the book. And you know Osho's way of humor, non-serious way. He changed it to And Now and Here. Now it has nothing to do with that book. And it was published and sold very well. And Now and Here. Why so much emphasis on teaching this death-like meditative state in which we totally relax as if we are dead, as if. Because only in that state we can recognize what is eternal, which cannot be dead, and that is our real self, our authentic self, our Atma. So meditation is a way of experiencing the death before the real death. Just mimicking as if death has happened. And I would like to narrate one incident from Maharishi Ramans' life. He was a sage in last century. When he was young, about 16 years old, somebody died in his family. So everybody was crying and weeping. That teenager boy faced for the first time a dead body. He never knew about death before. So he was wondering what death is. And as a small child, he tried to mimic. He said, okay, I should die and see what happens. So he went upstairs in the other room. He was alone there. He just lied down. As he saw the dead body was lying down without any movement, so he stopped all his movements. Within few minutes, his breathing process became very slow. When you are not doing any physical activity, not much oxygen is needed. Within half an hour, he reached to a state where nothing was happening in the body. Breathing has become very, very slow. Difficult to feel if the breathing is happening or not happening. And the mind became quiet. Because the thinking process is associated with the breathing process. If breathing gets slow, the thinking process gets slow. If breathing stops for a few seconds, then mind also stops. With both these processes go parallel. If when we can interfere in one, the other gets interfered automatically. This is the law of association. So that small boy didn't know all this mechanism. He was just mimicking, pretending to be dead. And within an hour, he realized that eternal consciousness, the watchful awareness, which is nothing to do with body and mind, it has its own separate existence. Of course, when we are doing something, our thinking, our feeling, that consciousness is involved. So we cannot feel it directly. It gets busy, occupied. But when we are not doing anything, not doing, not thinking, not feeling, then that pure energy is experienced directly. So that small boy Raman realized his eternity. He got up from the meditation. He didn't know that this is meditation. He came down and told his family members that I'm sure nobody can die. There is no need to cry and weep. That person has not actually died. Yes, he has moved to some other dimension which we cannot see, we cannot feel it, but he's there. But who will listen to this small boy? They didn't take it seriously. The same day, Raman left his family and house and he went to a faraway place on the hills of Arunachal. And he started practicing the same thing which happened to him coincidentally. He was not practicing meditation. He didn't know anything about spirituality. It was just by chance, a coincidence, that such a deep experience has happened. So living alone in the hills, he got enough time. No school, no study, no housework. And he devoted all his time to this practice and he got rooted in it. On that day, it was just a small glimpse. Gradually, the experience became rooted. It was so simple for him. It can be very simple for each one of us. Very simple. Actually, every night it happens in a way. We are totally relaxed. Our sense organs are not functioning. We are not connected with the outside world. For a few minutes, thoughts also stop. Dreams also stop. And in that dreamless sleep, we enter into that eternal consciousness. But of course, we are tired and we are sleeping and we are not aware. So we do not recognize it. But it happens every night. We go to the very source of godliness. We get the juice of life from there. That's why in the morning we are fresh and full of energy. Because we were connected with the roots. If we can have the same experience knowingly, so meditation we can define as a state of sleeping with awareness. If the word death makes you afraid, okay, forget about death. Let us give the symbol of sleep. Sleeping with awareness. The body is almost asleep. The mind is asleep. No activity is going on. But we are fully aware and watching what is happening. If you are afraid of death, I will replace the title of the book, I Teach Death, to I Teach Sleep. Much simpler. You are not afraid of sleep. So sleeping with awareness. Maharshi Patanjali has mentioned in his Yoga Shastra That's deep sleep, sushupti, is similar to samadhi. The dreamless sleep is similar to deep state of meditation. Yes, it is exactly so. There is only one difference. In sleep we are unaware. In samadhi we are aware. But we reach to the same space. In sleep we reach there naturally without our intention. In meditation we go there fully aware with our intention, and we are watching it. Just imagine, Osho has given one example. If we give anesthesia to someone and take him on a stretcher to a beautiful place in a garden close to the riverside, of course he is in a coma. He will not recognize anything. And after 1 hour we bring him back in the room, and then he is recovered from the anesthesia. We will ask him where you have been. He will not be able to say anything. If a person in full awareness passes through the garden close to the river, he will enjoy everything. The beautiful colors of the flowers, their fragrances, the sound of running water in the river, the coolness there, and the sound of birds chirping. He will enjoy everything. The person who was unconscious could not realize anything, although they passed through the same state, exactly the same situation. This is a very good example of sleep and samadhi. In deep sleep also we pass through the divine experience, the eternal soul, but without enjoying, without recognizing. If we can manage the same thing with awareness, it will bring a transformation, because we will become a realized soul.